Hey guys, plot recap here. Today I'm going to explain the film Crocodile Island, released in the year 2020. All relevant links and information for the film will be found in the description down below.
Before we know more about it, you can support the channel by liking, subscribing, and activating the notifications. It's free and it really helps us to keep growing. Now let's dive in. The movie opens up with two pilots in a fighter jet passing above a triangle-shaped island, when suddenly a bird hits the front mirror of the jet and dies, splashing blood on the mirror. Both pilots are confused when they witness a huge flock of birds approaching their jet, which leads to the fighter jet crashing. To save their lives, both pilots jump out of the plane with parachutes. While one of them lands safely on the island, the other one is hovering over the ocean when a giant crocodile comes out of the water and consumes him whole. This scares the pilot on land, so he makes his way into the forest. The next scene shifts to the present day, where a passenger airplane is soaring high in the sky, passing over the same island. Inside the plane, a man, Lin, witnesses his daughter, Yi, with a guy named Cheng. When he inquires about this of his daughter, she does not answer. This signifies that there is a tense relationship between the father and daughter. Suddenly, the plane undergoes some disturbance, and all the passengers are instructed to wear oxygen masks. Just as the pilots regain control of the plane, a flock of birds starts hitting the plane just like in the opening scene. This leads to the pilot's decision to land the plane safely on the ocean, to save the lives of all the people on board. But while doing so, the plane hits a cliff, causing it to split in two parts. The front part of the plane is destroyed, but the back part makes it to the shore. Lin gets his daughter out of the remnants of the plane, while he observes that many people have been killed and injured during the crash. Cheng is also one of the survivors, and as he approaches Yi, her father stops him, which makes Yi furious. The survivors are very troubled as they have no mobile network or a source of communication. That's why Lin, Cheng, and a guy named Lu go inside the forest to explore their surroundings to find anything useful. On their little expedition, Lin asks Cheng to stay away from his daughter. Making their way through the forest, they witness huge footprints in the forest and eventually find a hut made of grass and wood. Meanwhile, one of the survivors on the shore makes his way to the water to get his stuff, when something in the water pulls him below the surface. But the other survivors do not seem to notice it. Here on the shore, Yi meets a guy named Li and his pregnant wife Ji Yan. Li goes to fetch water for Ji Yan, while Yi converses with her and tells her that she and her father are coming from her mother's funeral. Meanwhile, inside the hut, the trio finds some new tools and a book written by the surviving pilot we saw at the beginning of the movie. Through the book, they find out that a giant crocodile resides on this island. Knowing this, Lin rushes back to his daughter. Back at the shore, a passenger named Cao starts fighting with the flight attendant for water when Li interrupts and the two get into a fight. A man falls into the ocean while attempting to break up their fight. No sooner does this man fall into the ocean than the crocodile attacks and kills him. This causes the other survivors to panic and make their way toward the forest, while many crocodiles approach the shore, following them. Meanwhile, Lin and the other two make their way to the shore and observe that even the dead bodies are missing and that there is a trail of crocodile footprints in the sand. But they observe that it is not the giant crocodile by the size of the footsteps. While on the other side, the flight attendant trips and falls while running away from the crocodiles, and Cao doesn't help her, resulting in the crocodile eating her. Escaping from the crocodiles, they reach a place where there is fresh water for them to drink, and the trio also joins them there. An injured man is sitting cleaning his wound, but they do not seem to notice the giant crocodile sleeping right next to him, who wakes up from the stench of the blood and ends up eating the injured man. This causes panic among the others as they rush back towards the forest, while Lin escapes from a close encounter with the crocodile as it eats another girl from the group. Now the group reaches a place where Yi suggests using the compass on their phone and marking the trees to make their way out of the forest, but her father does not seem to agree to the plan. All of them reach the hut and decide to spend the night there. While exploring the hut, Yi finds some bullets and grenades and hands them to her father, who puts the gunpowder from the bullets into his wounds and asks Cheng to burn his wound, although it is very painful for him. This causes the others to believe that Lin is a soldier. That night, the father and daughter get into another argument while eating the food left from the airplane. Lin tells Lu that his daughter is angry with him because he is meeting her after 5 years. Lin and Lu witness a skeleton fall from above them while they guard the hut. This skeleton is of the surviving pilot we saw in the beginning, but they are not able to conclude the reason for his death. The following morning, Lin leaves the hut alone in search of some food. While on the other side of the island, we see a girl named Fang along with Cao making their way through the forest while the girl is filming a vlog, but her phone dies. Just then, her feet get stuck to something on the ground. and in an attempt to remove her foot, she ends up getting the sticky substance all over her body, so she makes her way to find water. It is revealed that this liquid is secreted from giant spider eggs. Back at the hut, the other survivors witness a giant spider sleeping just above the hut. They plan to make their way out of the hut, but Yi wants to wait for her father to come back. The others decided best to move, as they don't have much time before the spiders wake up. As they are making their way, one of the survivors accidentally runs into a spider, waking it up, and it kills him. The others start to panic and rush away from the hut. Lin hears their screams as he makes his way toward the hut. While running away from the spiders, Ji-Yan and Li are cornered by a spider, but Lu helps them by distracting the spider and running away while the others continue to run away from the rest of the spiders. Yi gets stuck inside one of the spider webs on her way, but is helped by everyone. They are successful in hiding behind a bush, but the spiders are still outside waiting for them to reveal themselves. At the same time, Lin arrives and diverts the spiders' attention to himself and leads them back to the hut, where he finds Lu as they hide inside the hut. But little do they know, a spider is just above the hut and it kills Lu with its fang. This infuriates Lin as he cuts one of the spider's fangs and starts fighting the spider with it. Lin gets out of the hut and throws one of the grenades at the spider, killing it. The others make their way into the forest and come across a little river. Yi, Ji-Yan, and Li are successful in crossing the river, but as Cheng is trying to cross, a crocodile approaches him. Suddenly, Lin arrives and saves him. Now Yi realizes her father is important and hugs him. While on the other side, Fang is cleaning herself when she senses something jump into the water, but ignores it. Here, Cao tries to seduce her, but she pushes him away. At the same time, a crocodile makes its way toward Fang and grabs her leg. Fang asks Cao for help, but instead he pushes her toward the crocodile, causing it to eat Fang. However, Lin finds the soldiers' crashed fighter jet in the forest, and there they find a radio and a gun. Yi calls the rescue team through the radio, and they ask them to come to the southeast direction. Now as they make their way, Cao also finds them and joins them in their journey in the southeast direction. On their way, they come across a river that they need to swim through. As Ji-Yan is pregnant, she can't swim through it, so Lin makes a raft for her with leaves and wood twigs. He crosses the river first and pulls the raft while the others swim with Ji-Yan. But suddenly, Lin observes the giant crocodile coming toward them, so Lin starts pulling faster, breaking the twig. The rest of them make their way to the land, but Ji and Ji-Yan are left in the water. Now as the crocodile approaches them, Ji-Yan pushes his wife to the shore, resulting in the crocodile eating him. Now the crocodile follows the others. Though Lin tries to shoot him, it does not affect the crocodile. As they are running away, Cao falls. Though Yi tries to help him, he pushes her in front of the crocodile and runs. The crocodile is about to attack Yi, but Lin starts firing at it, giving Yi enough time to move away from the crocodile. During the shooting, a bullet hits Cao and he experiences a heart attack as he becomes the prey to the crocodile. As the crocodile is running away, we observe that Yi's jacket is stuck in the crocodile's tail, and she is dragged along towards a cave. Then, Lin and the other two follow the claw marks and make their way to the cave. Cheng asks Ji-Yan to stop at a place and follows Lin as he makes his way around the sleeping crocodile. They find Yi, but by that time the crocodile has woken up. Lin tells Cheng to take Ji-Yan and Yi out of there as he distracts the crocodile. Lin tries to blow the crocodile up with a grenade, but it falls out of his hand and he ends up hiding in a small space where the crocodile cannot enter. Then Cheng arrives there, and Lin instructs him to find the grenade. He finds the grenade and, luring the crocodile towards him, blasts the crocodile. The two believe he is dead, but the crocodile rises again, and Lin stabs him with the spider fang, which kills the giant crocodile. Later, the four of them make their way in the southeast direction. In the end, they are being saved by the rescue team. That was all from the video. I hope you liked it. Subscribe for more content like this and hit the like button to help us out. Also, leave a comment if you want us to recap your favorite movie. Until next time, take care.